March 20th, 2018, Plano, Texas. A quiet retirement community where neighbors traded cookies and safety seemed guaranteed. But that morning, something unthinkable happened. 911, what's your emergency? I think someone tried to kill me. It was the voice of Mary Bartle, a 91-year-old widow gasping through fear. Moments earlier, she had been sitting in her recliner when a man forced his way in. He smiled, calm, polite, too polite. Then he pressed a pillow against her face. But Mary survived, and her survival would blow open one of the most disturbing murder sprees in Texas history. For nearly 2 years, someone had been moving through senior living communities across Dallas and Collin County, always in daylight, always with a smile. Victims were found peacefully in their beds. No forced entry, no blood, no noise, just lifeless women surrounded by untouched furniture and missing jewelry. Police called them natural deaths. Doctors signed the certificates. Families mourned quietly, never suspecting a predator was among them. Until Mary Bartle said 6 words that changed everything. He told me to lay down quietly. That soft confession started the unraveling of one of America's most chilling hidden serial cases. The man she described didn't look like a monster. He looked like a helpful neighbor, the man who might water your plants when you're away. His name was Billy Chemirmir. By the time police realized what they were dealing with, the pattern was undeniable. Too many coincidences, too many peaceful deaths, and every scene whispered the same eerie truth. The killer hadn't broken in. He had been invited. This is not the story of a man who killed in rage. It's the story of how charm and routine masked something far darker. A serial predator hiding in plain sight. And the question remains, how many did he really kill? Before he was called a monster, Billy Chemirmir was just another face in the crowd. A quiet immigrant with a job, a smile, and a secret no one saw coming. Before the headlines, before the word serial killer echoed through Texas newsrooms, he was invisible. Just another face in suburban Dallas, polite, reserved, always smiling. He was born in Kenya in 1972, one of 8 children, a devout Catholic, soft-spoken, known back home as a man who wanted a better life. In 2003, he immigrated to the United States, settling in Plano, Texas, a quiet place built on trust and routine. Neighbors would see him walking to the bus stop, chatting at convenience stores. To most, he was Billy the caregiver. He cooked for the elderly, helped them bathe, smiled when they called his name. He seemed harmless. But as one detective later said, the scariest monsters don't hide in the shadows. They mow their lawns in the daylight. In between 2016 and 2018, a silent pattern began. Elderly women, between 75 and 95, dying in what seemed like natural causes. Their families were heartbroken, but not surprised. Many lived alone, fragile hearts, frail bodies. When they passed quietly in bed, no one questioned it. But there was one thing no one noticed. Each time, something small was missing. A gold chain, a wedding ring, an antique brooch. No struggle, no sound, just another peaceful passing. Different zip codes, different towns, but the same pattern. If you trace the crimes on a map, they formed a circle around the same neighborhoods where Chemirmir worked. He dressed neatly, carried folders, spoke politely, and everyone trusted him. He'd knock, say maintenance, flash a kind smile, and they'd let him in. For many lonely women, that smile was enough. He was so polite, one survivor whispered. You just wanted to trust him. Behind the scenes, families were confused. Jewelry was missing. Police said they misplaced it. No forced entry, no blood, just grief. And so, for 2 years, the deaths went unnoticed, until one small detail changed everything. A faint lipstick smudge on a pillowcase, and a woman who refused to die. When police listened to Mary Bartell's story, they saw the truth. Her description matched a man seen on cameras, driving a silver Nissan Altima. The same man caught throwing a jewelry box into a dumpster days after another woman's death. That man was Billy Chemirmir. Every predator has a pattern. Every mask has a crack. And for Billy Chemirmir, that crack began the day he met the woman who lived to tell her story. It was another quiet morning in Plano, Texas. Inside her small apartment, Mary Bartell sat reading her Bible. At 91, she lived a simple life: prayer, tea, and phone calls with her daughter. Then, a knock on the door. A polite voice. Maintenance, just a quick check. She opened it. A tall man, neatly dressed, kind smile. She felt safe. He asked to come in. She nodded. He closed the door, turned, and his eyes changed. Before she could speak, he pressed a pillow against her face. Her lungs burned. Her body shook. She thought of her husband. She thought of God. Then, darkness. But Mary survived, barely. Her ring was gone, her jewelry box empty. The man vanished. Police almost dismissed it, but one detective noticed a pattern. Too careful, too silent, too familiar. Soon, the pieces connected. Dozens of elderly women, same story, same clues, same quiet deaths, and one name behind them all: Billy Chemirmir. He posed as a worker, entered homes, used a pillow, stole jewelry, and walked away smiling. For 2 years, he fooled everyone until the survivor, Mary Bartell, spoke, and everything began to fall apart. Police followed him. They watched, waited, and one day saw him dump a jewelry box. It belonged to a woman found dead hours earlier. That was it. They arrested him. In his car, jewelry, cash, keys. In the trunk, small bags, each filled with valuables, memories of lives he'd taken. He said, "I'm not a killer. I take care of people." But the evidence said otherwise. In 2022, Billy Chemirmir was sentenced to life in prison. Families cried. Some found peace, others only silence. But in September 2023, Chemirmir was found dead in his cell, killed by another inmate. No confession, no final words, just silence. Yet his story lives on, a reminder that evil doesn't always hide in darkness. Sometimes it smiles at your door. So tonight, lock your doors. Check on the ones who can't protect themselves.